Alright, welcome back.
Welcome back.
I don't remember what the hell we were doing in this
So what I was just doing is petting these things because might as well
Pet the things.
pet the things because Nintendo.
I was gonna say it's a good thing this isn't out on Nintendo. They would have banned that.
This was on Nintendo.
Yeah, it's not really on Nintendo. They
Not anymore.
stream it to Nintendo.
Oh yes, it's not owned by Nintendo. That's the thing.
Like Nintendo can't stop streaming content.
But yeah, no, this was on the 3DS.
Oh yeah, it was. That's right. That's why it has petting in it. For some reason, that's like everyone's immediate thought process. Is they're like, oh, it has a touchscreen, we should add petting to it.
While I was petting these things, their attitude changed. I don't know if that means anything.
Cool.
So I'm just gonna keep playing the game.
They went from hating your guts to a mild disdain for your guts.
Pretty much. Yeah, what were they doing? Was they,
Oh, right, Esmeralda and the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Okay, I remember what we were doing.
I'm glad one of us does.
Derek, I don't think you can hit that.
I don't think I can. As much as we want to hit that. Oh!
Oh, nice, dude.
Nice, I'm so funny.
Fucking nice.
Oh. There we go. I can kill these things now. You know, I don't know how to feel about these enemies. Because they're super doopy whooping. Even more than just Heartless and Nobodies were. If that makes any sense.
They're cute in like an H.R. Geiger kind of way.
I think that's what was going to say.
Like, it's cute because it's a cat, but it's also not cute because it has 6 goddamn legs. It's a little fucking weird.
Yeah, just a little bit.
It's a little fucking disturbing.
Okay, we have air dash already. Cool.
Air dash. Why would you air dash when you know that the fastest way to any destination is rolling? I've played Zelda, I know how it works.
I've played enough of this game to know.
I've played a Zelda game. Actually, I think the fastest way to move in most Zelda games is side hopping.
Yes, actually.
So,
or backwards hopping. It's really weird.
Back walking.
Yeah.
Not hopping, though. You gotta walk backwards with the walk on.
I didn't know I was supposed to go this way, but I just intentionally went this way. Because I was just like, Hunchback.
Makes sense.
She likes you.
Really?
It's a bell.
Looks like Quasi's gonna be just fine.
Indisputably.
He's tough.
We may be hard as stone, but Quasi's strong. I know. Whoa! Talking about foils. Excuse us for having personality.
You could stay here forever.
No, I couldn't.
Oh yes. You have sanctuary.
But not freedom. Gypsies don't
Freedom.
have
All I
access
want
to
is
wealth.
freedom.
Freedom!
See, the gypsies were also very American.
You helped me.
They were always fighting for their freedom.
You've seen the gif where it's the guy picking up the Christmas tree and whipping it at the woman, right?
At every door.
No, but that sounds hilarious.
There's a gif of that, and it's
It's all right.
Americans when the math problem is in metric and not in greasy burger gun dollars or whatever. And I'm just like, yes, this is so dumb and I love it.
We've been friends for years.
More
Oh,
than a
man.
decade of camaraderie. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
He never leaves? Oh, he's not allowed to leave. Judge Frollo forbids it. Why?
Care to pull up a stool?
The short version is, Frollo thinks he's doing Quasi a favor by keeping folks from seeing that mug of his.
After a lifetime
Well, in some regards, he was kind of right. But,
Yeah. He's burned by a stake.
yeah, you know, they were gonna kill him when he did show his face later in the movie.
Yeah.
Shame those creatures dashed his hopes.
You should talk. When's the last time you looked in a mirror?
Well, you broke it.
Ah, a wise guy, eh?
I honestly can't remember the last time I saw this movie.
I was gonna say, these characters are so, like... I know they're in the movie a lot, but I couldn't tell you a single thing they do in the entire movie.
I know there's the tall one, the smaller one, and the fat one.
Yeah, I know that too. I just saw him.
Okay. Oh, look, a new movie. I guess we'll watch
Oh,
it.
finally. I was getting worried that we wouldn't get cutscenes that
My
are...
dear Quasimodo, you don't know what it's like out there.
It's so weird that it asks you if you want to watch cutscenes.
I don't know how to feel about that.
Yeah, it's very odd.
Because, like, I can start and pause and skip it.
Yeah.
Like every other Kingdom Hearts game.
Yeah, I mean, they should just go into them and then...
And how can I
Yeah,
You
I'm
could
wondering
just pause it.
I'm wondering if it's because it's the DS.
here?
It was on the 3DS and they did that as a way to, hey, you don't have to load this specific bit.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
That might be why they did it like that.
Yeah, it might be to save load time. I can see that.
Which, I'm not a programmer,
Mhm.
and you can tell me as someone who has done programming. Does that sound like something that they would do just to kind of like,
It seems feasible that they
to
might
make it a little
consider
more
it like that.
simple, I think is
Yeah.
the words I want to use.
It also might be that, like, maybe the original game didn't have cutscenes, because I've
No.
never played the original game, so I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it does.
Okay.
I'll have to pull it out and try it because I own the game. I just don't know where it is right this moment. Let me phrase that. My brother owns the game and left it with me because he hated it.
Isn't that the best reason to own something, though?
Dude, that's how I own like a few of my games. That I'm just like, oh, okay.
I had,
Like the 3DS Mario that we had
Yes.
that came out. Nate had bought it and he was just like, I hate it. It's yours. And I
don't-
was just like, okay.
Yeah, I don't own a lot of stuff because of that, but I do own a few things. But my favorite one was, you know, Battlefront
Yes.
or Battlefield, the Star Wars one.
The Star Wars Battlefront?
Yeah, Battlefront, the OG one.
Yeah.
I had Battlefront 2 for like 10 fucking years because my cousin just left it at my fucking house.
And then he was just like, hey.
And every time he would come over, I'd be like, hey, you know you left this here. And he'd be like, oh yeah, I gotta remember to take that. And he just never did.
That's my favorite way of obtaining games. I'm pretty sure that's how I got, like, Fable.
Yeah.
Fable 2, I think, or Fable 3, one of those games.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, well, I guess it's mine now, since they haven't wanted it back yet.
But like, yeah, I like, how do I put it? It's one of those things where I ended up holding on to it for like 10 years, and then he did finally take it back. And
And then
now
you were
that's
like-
why I don't own Battlefront 2. Because I was like, well, I won't buy it if I just have the game. And then by the time he took it back, the fucking, let me put it this way, by the time he took it back, the Xbox 360 was a new console. And, like, the original Xbox, like, wasn't being made. Like,
It's shit like that I'm like, okay, whatever.
yeah, so it was like, at that point, I was like, well,
I own the game now.
yeah, it's like, it's not like I'm gonna find a copy very easily. We've already swapped out OG Xbox games for 360 games and fucking GameStops and shit.
Yeah, 'cause I'm pretty sure I own the game, but I own it for PlayStation.
Yeah, I own, did I own it for PlayStation, actually? I don't remember. I own a
You
lot of
do, huh?
PlayStation games.
I forgot.
I don't think I do.
I know we played it. We
No.
played it.
We did play it, but I believe you brought it over, which is why we
Right,
played
and
it.
we played it on the PS2.
Yes.
And we did the campaign of it? Yes.
Yeah, we did the campaign.
The 501st thing. And
yeah.
then we were thinking maybe we'd do the other one, and we might do that. Who knows?
There's like no campaign for the first one, though.
Yeah.
Which is why we just did the second one.
Yeah, we did the 501st Chronicle thing,
Yeah.
which it's pretty good.
It is pretty good.
It's not canon anymore.
Nothing's canon anymore. Disney ruined it.
True.
I said that right when they first deleted the stupid, what was it? The Knights of the Old Republic from
Yes.
the timeline, which they've kind of sort of brought back at this point.
Yeah, here and there.
It's whatever they liked from it that they bring back.
Yeah. Like, Revan's still kind of canon. Just kind of.
Well, they're making another Knights of the Old Republic game. No, they're rebooting.
Rebooting
That's
it.
right, they're rebooting it.
There's a big difference.
That vaguely means it's canon, though.
Yeah, hold up with
Because
that.
they greenlit the thing. They could have not done that.
No, it's still
Uh,
not canon. It's just Disney. It's Disney.
But, like, I remember when they first said that they were like, everything outside the movies isn't canon, and I was just like, Disney's gonna ruin Star Wars, aren't they? And that was before they even made one movie. I was like, I just have a gut feeling they're gonna ruin it.
You were right.
And they just did. They
and
totally
you were
did.
right.
Like, they totally did. Because
Yeah.
I was like, well, when you get rid of all the expanded lore from Star Wars is kind of bland and boring.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm gonna be honest with you. The expanded lore of Star Wars is really where the good stuff's at.
yeah, it's like vastly more interesting than what we actually get.
So,
You know, OG movie puras be damned.
you know, I like the original trilogy and all, but there's just something so...
I like the original trilogy, but it's not like these fucking absolute godsend films that are like the peak of human storytelling, like they like to think it is. They also hate like every movie that isn't the original trilogy, which is like
True.
They're not all bad. Like Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's bad. I gotta remember how to interact with these things.
My what I find funny about Star Wars movies though nowadays is what's the name? The prequels.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Is the prequels are kind of like Silent Hill 4. Which,
Yes.
like, when it came out, everyone was like, this is fucking garbage. How dare they call this a Silent Hill? It ruins the name of the franchise. And now, like, the sequels have come out, like, the American versions of Silent Hill games.
And they're like, this is the worst thing
you know,
ever."
Silent Hill 4 wasn't that bad. You know, we can really think about it.
I love that logic because I have legitimately you know, everybody's just like the prequels were so bad and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, really? I thought they were pretty good. And now everybody's just like, you know, they weren't that bad.
Yeah. Now that the Disney's gotten their hands on it, you know, the prequels are alright. It's the sequels that are fucking terrible.
It's the funniest thing to me.
It happens every time. It's amazing.
Because it's just like, guys, I thought they were the worst things ever made.
I honestly still think 2 is the worst Star Wars movie. Well,
Clone Wars?
except for the third one from the prequel series.
Okay.
I mean, the third one from the sequel series. Episode
Okay.
9.
Yeah.
That's the worst one.
The one where they
That
just
one
kind of
is-
just wrap things up, air quotations.
Yeah, that one is fucking
And Ray
horrendous.
wins because of the power of plot convenience.
Yeah, like that one is absolutely fucking horrendous. I'd say in order of like worst to best, it's like 9's the absolute worst. And then 8 and 2 are a fucking like toss up. Like they're both fucking terrible, but for vastly different reasons.
Yeah.
Like 8's terrible because they just kind of went YOLO plot dumb, and then just like, I wanted to get rid of your expectations, and they were like, by making the plot garbage? And they were like, yeah. And then 2 is terrible because nothing fucking happens of it. There's literally nothing of value lost if you just skip the whole fucking movie.
Hey man, are you talking? Are you saying that?
The peak of that movie is that it introduces General Grievous, which they do nothing with.
I don't even know if General Grievous is
No, he's introduced in 2.
Is he? No, he's introduced in 3.
No,
He's not in
introduced
2.
in 2?
He's not in 2.
Oh, you're right.
Trust me.
Oh, no, it's Boba Fett. They introduced Boba Fett in
and
2.
then have him murdered.
Yeah, well, they murdered Jabba Fett.
Yeah.
To tell you why Boba Fett exists. And it's like, I don't need to know why Boba Fett exists. He's a bounty hunter. I don't give a shit what his backstory is. He's just a bounty hunter. He's like, who cares what his backstory is?
No, he's the best Jedi killer in the world, Chris.
And it's not like it would be warranted if at any point Boba Fett in the original movies were like, I really hate Jedi, but he literally never brings up his hatred of Jedi.
So let me say this to you,
Hello again.
and you're gonna get a kick out of it. I'll tell you about in this after
You're
this.
that guy with Frollo.
Easy. I'm
Oh right, he's not like the bad guy, if my memory
no,
serves
he's just
me.
a random soldier.
He's just like a dude trying to do his job.
Yeah, he's just a random
And
soldier.
I think
man.
doesn't he like fall in love with the gypsy lady?
Yes.
She is Esmeralda, then Quasimodo helped her escape.
Blast.
What's wrong?
It's Judge Frodo. He's obsessed with destroying the gypsies. And his
We'll open that chest before the cutscene,
Yeah, right.
and then the cutscene happened.
Pre-rendered, man.
Banished me from the guard.
What? That's not fair.
Don't worry about me. Frollo said he's found the court of
Oh
miracles,
yeah, that's right.
Gypsy's haven within
I
the
totally forgot about this.
Esmeralda and her
Like,
friends are in
he
danger.
questioned Frodo on his insanity, so he literally banished him from the fucking town. And that's why he becomes a regular dude. And that's why he leaves with the gypsies. Now I remember the plot.
Quasimodo, Esmeralda's in trouble.
I know.
Where did she go?
I don't know. She vanished into the streets.
It was after she met this guy. His name was Jack.
She
Apparently likes to rip things. I don't know much about him.
Esmeralda's help us find her. When you wear this woven band, you hold the city in your hand. It's the city. It's a map, see? Here's the cathedral and the river. Go this way, cross the bridge, and the Court of Miracles.
Well done, Quasimodo.
Yeah, Quasi, nice. Yes. I'm going to save her.
Why do I feel like in Kingdom Hearts we've interacted with Quasimodo before?
We have not. This is our
Okay.
first interaction with Quasimodo.
Kingdom Hearts, Star Wars.
Yes.
So in Episode 3, there's a line where Anakin says to Grievous, or Grievous says to Anakin, "You're taller than I expected."
Yeah.
And then they make a show about the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
And this is supposedly the first time General Grievous and Anakin Skywalker have interacted. You know,
Yeah.
the two key generals who fought each other in multiple battles, but have never seen each other in person
Yeah.
once.
Of course.
So the writers of Clone Wars had to jury-rig the story somehow so that they never interact in person. Which I'm like, that's dedication to a throwaway line.
Yeah, right. Star Wars lore is very serious, Derek.
Yeah. But let's be honest, the entire prequel trilogy was created because of a throwaway line.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really was.
Yeah, pretty much.
Not since the Clone Wars. And then he did.
Well, it was because of two throwaway lines.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's because, so, for people who are unaware, they were planning on making a prequel to Star Wars pretty much since, like, the first movie. Oh, no, the second movie.
Yeah, when they
The second
kind
movie.
of got the ability to actually do stuff.
And the reason for that is there's a really cryptic bullshit moment that everyone conveniently forgets about because no one likes the prequels in the second movie, where Yoda and Obi-Wan Kenobi's ghost are talking to each other, and they're like, Anakin Skywalker is our only hope to bring balance to the Force, and then Yoda goes, no, there is another.
Yes.
And, like, everyone conveniently forgets that line.
Yes, there is another.
And that's why we have the backstory of Anakin Skywalker, because he is the one who actually is supposed to bring balance to the Force,
Yes.
not his son. And he does, at the very end of the movie. Because he's the one who actually kills
Or he's
General
just being bitter
Grievous,
according
or,
to people.
Yeah. What's his fucking, the Dark Sidious, there we go.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is his name? But prequel's dumb, so fuck you.
I enjoyed the prequels.
I
But mostly because I enjoyed dumb, stupid Star Wars.
I enjoyed 1 and 3. But, like, I still think 2 is one of the worst Star Wars movies ever made.
Wow.
Because literally the entire 2 is, here's the 2 things you learn in 2. Boba Fett exists because Jabba Fett dead.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I care so much. And then, someone ordered there to be clones. Well, who ordered it? Huh? That was the entire second movie.
You wouldn't know unless you look at the, unless you extend the lore.
Like, literally, there was literally a scene where fucking, it's where he meets Jabba Fett for the first time, but Obi-Wan Kenobi goes to the fucking, the space fish planet with the long-headed neck
Camino.
people. And fucking...
Camino.
who
I know
cares?
too much Star Wars lore,
Who
so...
cares? It's a stupid planet.
It is a stupid planet?
And he, like, he fucking strolls in, and they're just like, so here's the clones and how they're going, and he's just walking around like, wait, why are we making clones? Who ordered these? And he's like, what do you mean?
You ordered them.
You guys ordered them. And he's like, what? And then that was the entire fucking plot for why there's clones. And that was it. And then it ended.
Yeah, it's, words is the word thing I want to say.
And that was that entire movie. Literally nothing else of value happens in that movie, and people could argue like, "Oh, the Anakin and the stupid bitch fall in love. Who fucking cares?"
What, you don't like Padme, Chris?
We don't need to see them falling in love. You can literally just show them dating in the third movie. We miss nothing. There would be nothing of value lost if you skip that. It literally doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're right though. There is nothing you would miss if you didn't just skip that movie.
I'm back.
Hello.
But yeah, I still.
There's
think that's
nothing.
one of
You
the
really
worst.
don't miss anything in that movie.
Well, because people always argue that like the first prequel movie is really bad, and I'm like, the first prequel movie is like cool at least. It has cool shit going on. It sets up generic stories.
It sets up
for like the rest of the series.
It sets up one of my favorite like villains.
Mm-hmm.
And you know everybody's just like, Darth Maul is terrible. He's really bad and really bad at his job and shit. And I'm like, Darth Maul is cool. Because he's the first guy you see, he's like, lights up one side of the lightsaber, and you're like, oh, dude, this guy's like a badass. And then all of a sudden, he lights up the other side of your lightsaber, and you're just like, holy shit! And like, when that was a new thing, people were like, losing their minds.
The fight choreography in the first movie is enough to save that movie. Yeah,
absolutely.
Like the movie is absolutely fantastic to watch. And there's just like so much much character development and storytelling without saying anything in that movie. It's like really a well constructed movie.
Yeah.
People don't like it because they're just like throwaway bad guy or whatever, and it doesn't set up anything for the rest of the series. And I'm like, that's two's fault though, not one's. Like, the only reason that's bad is because 2 literally does nothing
with this thing of it. So what's kind of annoying about it is, you know, it's not really a throwaway bad guy. It's because they set up that Maul works for Palpatine. Spoiler alert for a movie that if you haven't seen it, I'm shocked that you're watching anything on the internet.
Yeah, right.
But it basically sets up that, you know, Palpatine... I'm saying it wrong. Yeah, I know I'm saying it right. Palpatine is, he's the bad guy.
Yeah.
And, like, this guy is subservient to the bad guy.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's just like, oh.
Because people wanted to set it up so that, like... It's stupid. They wanted to set it up so that he didn't immediately get his revenge, so they could have had him going after General Grievous in the second movie. And I'm like, listen, that's not the fault of the first movie. The second movie could have made an equally compelling bad guy that they had to defeat, and it would have been fine. The reason it seems bad is because nothing happens in the second one. It's the only reason it seems so bad.
I remember there's people who are like, there's a certain order you have to watch the Star Wars movie.
Also, it wouldn't make sense, because, like, the second movie takes place, like, fucking, what, like 10 years after the fucking first one?
No, the second movie only takes place, I think, like 6, maybe?
6 is still a long fucking time.
That's true. The time span between episode 2 and 3, though, that's only, like...
Yeah, I know that's
2 years, if that.
Yeah, I know.
Which I'm like, that's ridiculous.
I know that. It's the fucking, It's the first one to the second one, though, because Anakin's a fucking child.
Yeah, that's
true.
Like,
you can't just, like, oh, okay, let's just have them be his villain for fucking 6 years, and they just never ran into each other again until conveniently in this movie.
Yeah, it's a little bizarre if you ask me, but...
Just be fucking stupid. Oh, man. But yeah.
Anyway, I started dying.
Anyways, I started blasting. What was, and then 3 is a masterpiece. Absolutely a masterpiece. It's the best.
People argue with that all day.
It's the best Star Wars movie. It is the absolute single funniest goddamn movies ever made, and I love it. It's the best Star Wars movie.
What I love about, and everybody seems to have a problem with George Lucas's writing is, it's very, I forget what the terminology for it is.
Bad?
It's not even just bad, it's like, I think they call it like woodroom writing, which is like, you write for the point. You don't use fluffy words, you just go, the trade agreements were bad, and you write to get the point across.
I hate sand. It's coarse and
And
rough.
and on coarse and rough sand, we're gonna end it.
Yeah, we'll see you guys in the next part. We'll see you guys then. Peace.